dramatic spending cuts go into effect and tax breaks expire. It is the main focus in Washington. Maria Cardona and Amy Holmes are back with me now to talk about this. Georgia Republican Senator Saxby Chambliss lashed out at Grover Norquist. Norquist and his group, Americans for Tax Reform, are the ones, as you know, that pushed that no new taxes pledge signed by a majority of Republicans in Congress. Now, here's what Chambliss says. I care more about my country than I do about a 20-year-old pledge. He also said that he's willing to do the right thing and let the political consequences take care of themselves. Raising taxes has been at the center, we all know, of the fiscal cliff dispute. Democrats, of course, demanding it. Republicans saying no way. So, Amy, is this a sizable crack in the Republican armor?
Well, we are seeing that the two sides are going to need to negotiate if we don't go over the fiscal cliff. And I would point out that Patty Murray, a senator a Democratic senator from Washington State, says we should go over it, certainly in contrast to the rest of her party. So I think that we're seeing negotiations on both sides. But I want to point out what the fiscal cliff really means. It means that tax rates go up for everyone across the board. If you earn a paycheck, your taxes are going up. That's not just your federal income tax. That's your Social Security tax as well. We've been on a Social Security tax holiday. People aren't aware of this. We're only, as employees, paying in 4.2%. After December, everyone will be paying 2% more. So this really is Tax-mageddon. We do need both sides to come to the table to come to a solution.
Tax-mageddon. You heard it there, Maria. But House Speaker John Boehner says that he wants Obamacare on the table in this fiscal cliff negotiation. The president has said he's willing to listen to any good ideas. I'm not sure if he's going to think this is a good idea.
Right.
But do you think he might listen to this one?
Well, I think he'll listen, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to be what are in the details. And I think what we need to remember, what came out of this election, the clear mandate of this election was two things. Number one, for our leaders to come together in a bipartisan manner to put everything on the table to find real solutions. Number two, that the majority of Americans agreed with President Obama's vision of one of the ways to fix the fiscal cliff had to be to put new revenues and to raise the tax rates of the wealthiest Americans. President Obama won 8 out of the 10 wealthiest counties in this country in this election, Randy, which means that even the wealthiest understand that they have to put some skin in the game. And so I think that going into this, I applaud Senator Chambliss for putting the smackdown on Grover Norquist's tax pledge, because that tax pledge, I think, should go the way of the dodo bird, because once you box yourself in, you are not leaving yourself open to some real solutions. Americans want real solutions.
Well, I'm not trying to dump coal in your holiday stocking, but really, when you look at this situation, I mean, should we really expect a lame duck Congress to fix a problem that we have been staring at now for years, Amy?
Well, the whole reason why we have this fiscal cliff looming is because they couldn't fix the problem the first time around with the debt ceiling. So they built in what were supposed to be these disciplinary measures that would force both sides to come to the table. Now, when Saxby Chambliss is talking about Grover Norquist's tax pledge, he could very well be talking about the Social Security tax, which I think both sides actually will agree to raise back to that 6.2 level, because it was supposed to be a payroll tax holiday. As for, having skin in the game, well, the top 5% of earners in this country, they earn a little over 30% of all, income in this country, and they pay nearly 60% of federal personal income tax. So this whole idea of fair share, to me, has been a complete distortion of who pays taxes in this country. Now, moving forward, what is the best tax plan that will get this country moving? Remember, it was President Obama himself who said raising taxes in a weak economy, everyone agrees, is a bad idea.
So do you think we'll get anything done, Maria?
Yeah, I think we do, because again, the mandate that came out of this election was for everybody to come together. And what Republicans need to understand, and I think that they do, which is why you're seeing senators like Chambliss basically say that he's turning his back on this pledge, is that the GOP has a massive problem with their brand right now. They are seen by the majority of the American people as obstructionists. It's a reason why they gave President Obama 4 more years to try to fix what he has started in his first 4. And so when you have people on the right, from Ben Stein, an economist, to Bill Kristol, a huge conservative thinker and leader, basically saying that tax raising taxes on the rich should actually be on the table and they should give President Obama what they want, I think they understand the brand problem that the GOP has going into this.
Maria Cardona, Amy Holmes, great to have you on this morning, as always. Thank you both.
Thank you, Randy.
Republican rising star Marco Rubio made headlines this week when he tried to walk the line between science and faith-based creationism. Famed TV scientist Bill Nye joins me next to tell us just how old the Earth really is and how we know all that.